One of my favorite things to do when I go travel is to wake up early in the morning and go running. It's usually easy to wake up early in the morning because you're jet lagged anyway. And seeing the city early in the morning before everything really gets going is really a cool experience. So I was starting from my hotel, which was near the um, Marquês de Pombal Square, which is this circle kind of in the middle. And I was running north through Edward the Seventh Park. And this is a really nice park. And interestingly, it's named after a British monarch rather than a Portuguese figure. And that's because Britain and Portugal have one of the longest lasting um, al allied relationships in the world. It's still in force, and they've been allies since like I think the 1600s or something like that. It's pretty impressive. And the square that I started off on, Marquis of Pombal, he is, I'm probably pronouncing his name wrong, but he is a guy that helped rebuild Lisbon after the earthquake in the 1700s. And then I came to this bridge, and you can see the aqueduct. That's really cool. So there's an aqueduct through the middle of the city that's no longer functioning, but there's these cool pedestrian bridges over all the streets. I think pedestrian bridges are awesome. They're usually architecturally interesting, and I think it's great when a city takes time to build that kind of infrastructure for pedestrians. So I'm heading towards this part of the city, which is west of Lisbon. There's a large park called Florestal de Monsanto. Also, I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, but it's really, really pretty there. There's very few people. I didn't run into hardly any people when I was going through there. Maybe four or five people throughout this entire run. I did happen to trip over a uh, a tree root and totally faceplant right in front of two people. They were very nice and came over to check, make sure I was okay. I was fine. My camera and phone were a little banged up. Got some scratches on the lens of my 360 camera, which is kind of a bummer, but doesn't seem to affect the picture quality too much at this point. But yeah, it is really, really nice here. And one of the things I really like is going to the various parks in different cities, and this park was no different. At the top of this park, there is a Air Force base of some sort. I couldn't access it, obviously, and there were some lookout points that were supposedly on Google Maps, but I didn't weren't able to access them. They were behind some fences, and there didn't seem to be any obvious trails to there. But uh, eventually, I was heading back home, and I wanted to do this loop, but this loop sent me on basically the highway. So here I am. I'm essentially on the highway in Lisbon. This is a really, really bad thing. And so don't trust Google Maps 100%. This is the first time it's really let me down, but this was really scary. Luckily, it was rush hour, so the traffic was not moving too fast, and I did get out of here alive. But great run, and and I love running in cities when I travel.